fintech company with 20 years of payment experience.
The German company provides software and systems that link retailers.
The German payments maker, of course, suspended its COO after auditors revealed that nearly $2 billion in cash has gone missing.
The former chief executive of Wirecard, Markus Braun, has been arrested. The move was confirmed earlier this hour by Munich's
financial tech company Wirecard used to be Germany's fintech star. Now there's talk of a whopping $2 billion missing, and their CEO has just been arrested. What happened to Wirecard? Where did the missing money go? Why did their CEO get arrested? That's exactly what we're going to be talking about on today's video, so sit back, relax, and let's dive deep into the $2 billion Wirecard fraud. This is Business Explained. To learn more about all things money, get educated about how to do business, become business savvy, and enjoy more videos like these, subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell, and may you be granted with many, many sweet returns. Whoa, wait, fraud? Why is it called the Wirecard fraud? Was that the cause of the missing $2 billion? Well, before we get into that, let's talk about what Wirecard is first. Wirecard is a German company based in Munich. It was founded last 1999. The company specialized in online payment processing. Basically, it collects credit card payments from customers. In 2002, they merged with an industry rival, Electronic Business Systems, after almost going bankrupt. Markus Braun then took over as chief executive. Wirecard eventually moved into the banking industry. After buying XCOM in 2006, Wirecard was licensed by both MasterCard and Visa, allowing them to issue credit cards and handle money on behalf of merchants. From 2011 to 2014, Wirecard was able to raise roughly 500 million euros for their expansion into Asia. They started in Singapore, which became their base of operations for this region. Because of their rapid growth and claims of superior payment technology, many investors were drawn to put their money into Wirecard. The company also ventured into the North American market in 2016 after acquiring Citibank's prepaid card division. Wirecard announced that it would take over Citibank's operation in 11 different countries in Asia in 2017, leading the company to become Europe's greatest fintech company. In 2018, the company was valued at 24 billion euros. They had processed about 250,000 merchants, as well as issued credit and prepaid cards and provided technology for smartphone payments. In recent years, the company has boomed as a provider of digital payment. They were able to flourish by making contactless payment almost effortless for many merchants, including Apple Pay, Google Pay, and Visa. However, on June 16, 2020, Philippine Central Bank said that $2.1 billion belonging to Wirecard had not entered the country's financial system. On June 18th, Wirecard was supposed to publish their audit for 2019, but instead, they announced that 1.9 billion euros are missing. The money was said to be held in two of the Philippines' biggest banks, BDO Unibank Inc. and Bank of the Philippines Islands. However, Benjamin Diokno, central bank governor of the Philippines, said that both banks denied that Wirecard was their client and noted that the documents they linked these banks to Wirecard were illegitimate. This scandal caused an 80% drop in the company's stock over 2 days. Brauns released a video statement saying it cannot be ruled out that Wirecard has become the aggrieved party in a case of fraud of considerable proportions. After that, Markus Braun stepped down on June 19th. In his letter of resignation, Braun stated that he did not want to burden the company. Brauns was then succeeded by James Fries, who was hired just the day before Markus stepped down to be on the Wirecard's company management board. On June 22nd, Wirecard said that the $2 billion most likely doesn't exist. This is what they had to say. The management board of Wirecard assesses on the basis of further examination that there is a prevailing likelihood that the bank trust account balances in the amount of 1.9 billion euro do not exist. Following this, Markus Braun was arrested on the 23rd of June 2023 in Germany. Mr. Brauns was accused of inflating the company's balance sheet, with suspension on false accounting and market manipulation. His bail was set to 5 million euros and he had to report to the police weekly. Wirecard said that if it was unable to produce a new set of financials, it would have to terminate $2 billion in the loans they had received. Richard Sabashnik, head of the Financial Forensic Research Team at CFRA, Center for Financial Research and Analysis, said that Wirecard had been facing a liquidity crunch because it would struggle to pay back the $2 billion loan. Since then, Wirecard had faced insolvency and they have a mountain of debt to pay. The debt amounted to 3.5 billion euros, or somewhere around $4 billion. This is the first failure of a member from Germany's most prestigious stock exchange, the DAX index, where only 30 listed companies are able to join. This insolvency affects only the group's holding company, which is about 200 of the 5,700 staff that they have. Prosecutors from Munich are already investigating the rest of the company's former board. Wirecard's business heavily relied on the license that allowed it to connect to customers and merchants with international payment networks that were operated by Visa and MasterCard. Visa stated that they were closely monitoring developments. MasterCard, on the other hand, said, "Our priority is ensuring people are able to continue to use their cards. We will continue to work with all parties and stand ready to take action." This failure is expected to inflict big losses and reputational damage on regulators like BaFin, the Financial Regulatory Authority of Germany, which is under the supervision of the Federal Ministry of Finance, and Wirecard's auditors, EY, also known as Eastern & Young, a multinational professional services company. On a later date, EY stated that there were clear indications that this was an elaborate and sophisticated fraud, involving multiple parties around the world in different institutions, with a deliberate aim of deception. Adding, even the most robust and extended audit procedures may not uncover a collusive fraud. Sherp & Partner, a German law firm, said that with Wirecard effectively sidelined, it is now filing actions against EY, saying that it is frightening how long Wirecard AG was able to operate without being objected to by the auditors. This failure of Wirecard is a big hit to corporate Germany. It should be a wake-up call for reforms, said Volker Pothoff, chairman of RMID. This prompts soul-searching for Germany about its rules and regulations. A professor of finance at the Frankfurt University, Jan Pietren Kahn, had this to say about the whole fiasco. The Wirecard case is highlighting that Germany's capital market supervisors have not kept pace with times and lack the necessary technical and analytical skills, and that supervisors made technical mistakes such as imposing a 2-month short-selling ban on Wirecard last year instead of focusing on the alleged fraud. What are your thoughts on the 2 billion Wirecard fraud? What sort of reforms do you think should be put in place to prevent it from happening again? Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and I'll be responding to all of you who comment within the first hour. If you like this video, stay tuned, stay educated.